Hi there, and welcome, or perhaps welcome back to my little corner here, to my little chat about knits. It's been a while since I've done one of these last, since I've even done anything online last time. And there's basically just because there's been a lot of things happening in my life, and I've been in need of I've been needing to use my energy there, and I just haven't had any energy left. I've barely been on social media in general. My energy is slowly returning, and I am I've been thinking sitting today in general, we're in the afternoon now, and I've been contemplating all day whether I should or shouldn't do this today. But you know, sharing my my craft usually brings me some joy and some energy, so I thought, why not? And if you're wondering why I'm talking a lot about all of this with energy and stuff like that, I should perhaps introduce myself. Because yeah, I am Michelle Knudman. I am a knitter based in Denmark. I am 27 years old now. Since the last time I spoke with you, I had my birthday and turned 27. And yeah, I live with long-term pain or chronic pain, which means that sometimes a lot of things take up my energy in general, but there's also some things that gives me some energy one way or another, either mental energy or energy just in general. But yeah, so yeah, which is again why I haven't really done anything for the past month or so, because I've just been knackered and been needed somewhere else. So yeah, I'm not planning on making this the longest one, so because I'm myself in a space at the moment where I love watching the shorter videos, yeah, but let me know if you prefer them short or long. I don't think mine usually isn't that long, and I'm hoping on keeping this one a bit short, and then I've been thinking about in a week or two doing like a little knit and chat, where you can get a little bit more life updates and stuff like that. In this one I just feel like sharing my my craft with you. Slowly gaining it back, and I'm really excited to really hopefully also soon show you some other stuff, because I have a spinning wheel standing right behind you that I haven't used yet. You might have heard about it, but yeah, I haven't started it yet. I don't really want to do that. But yeah, I think we should start what I'm wearing. First of all, I'm wearing a little yeah, something for my thumb, because when I'm really tired I can doom scroll on my phone and knit on, and then I've been knitting a lot on small needles, and my thumb haven't been liking that, so I've been using this a lot. Otherwise, I am wearing my Alasuq cardigan from Linka Neumann, and it is knitted in Sandnes Fritidsgarn, Fritidsgarn. Let me just, you know what, let me just adjust myself here a little bit. And then underneath here, you know what, I'm gonna take this off. It's okay. This is the Love Letter top from Kutovakika. I knitted this in 2 strands of Sandnes Tynn linen, and I knitted it last year. And smarter as me, knitted it last year just when I finished it, just when summer was over in Denmark, because I re-knitted it 1,000 times because I thought I made a mistake. I didn't make a mistake, but I had already ripped it all out. You know, stuff like that. Brilliant, brilliant me. And then I was just so sick and tired of it that I didn't weave in the ends. I did that a few weeks ago, and I'm finally wearing it, and I've been wearing it quite a lot because it's really cute. I'm pretty sure my row gauge is too short because it's really cropped. let me see, I'm sitting in a sunbed, so I can just like try and do like this. You can see I'm wearing quite high-waisted pants, so it's quite cropped, I would say at least. But yeah, so that's what I'm wearing now, and I'm not going to wear that because it's getting a bit warm in here. I had the door shut and one of the windows open because it's been gloomy, kind of rainy, bit sunny all day. And then my parasol is up because the sun is coming from there and sometimes it's a bit much. But I thought it's grey outside, it's perfect weather for doing videos. It would be perfect weather for doing photos as well, as far as I've learned from my photographer of a dad who's been photographing houses for sale for years. And my boyfriend who just loves photography and videography. Yeah, so I thought, you know what, it's gonna be good. And I really think the color of this one really does show up super well. I say it is pure lace pattern. And yes, you can see if you're wearing a different color bra. I'm just wearing a nude bra underneath. And I think it's cool. I don't really find it troublesome or anything. And the straps are really nice over my bra straps and everything. I think it's perfect for that. So if you're like me, like wearing a bra underneath your with straps mostly, this one is perfect for a bra with straps. It's kind of neck and everything. So yeah. I have 3 finished objects I want to share with you. I'm having my notes down here beside me on my tablet. I try and write things down so I remember them, but also so that I can give you the facts. So yeah, let's start with this one. I also showed this one to you last. I haven't blocked this one. Let's just say that. So that's why it might look weird. This one's in the way. I haven't blocked it. But this is the Poppy Tee. And the pattern's from PetiteKnit. And I really like it. I think it turned out so good. I love the shoulder. I really think it's cool. And I've seen the shoulder in general a lot more, and I'm really excited for it. And then I just think it's fun that, you know, that there is a pearl row before you start. You have a pearl row down here. You know, I think it's for fun. I think it's nice. You know, it's the little details before, and it's everywhere. So yeah, well, I like it. The pattern's nice. PetiteKnit is always well written. I find there's a reason why she's so popular. She's great at what she's doing. So yeah, this one is knitted in Drops Alpaca in the color 2925. It's rust or something like that. Rust in Danish, at least. This one's from my mother. It's a size large, and I spent 259 grams of Drops Alpaca on it. So that's just over 5 boards. I just ripped into 6, and I think I did a swatch as well. I don't know if I ripped that out. I didn't think about that. So yeah, and the reason why I'm talking about that is because of, well, I usually do the prices, and I'm doing the prices per skein because no matter what, I'm going to buy the skein then. I'm not, because my mom wants it long enough and everything. Plus we bought the skein like a million years ago, I feel like. I think we bought them last year. And I just wanted it to be long enough and everything. So yeah, but I took in the 6 skein. I took on the 6 skein. I don't know what I paid exactly for this, but I just know I didn't pay full price because there was a sale where I bought it. But it was before I remembered to write down what it costed me. So yeah, but I did go in and just take a look at the general prices on Ravelry for Drops Alpaca. And for this one with the 6 skeins, it's 192 Danish crowns. And it's 21.9 euros and 31.8 US dollars. So I think it's a fairly nice price. It's gonna be warm, my mum knows that, but my mum is usually always freezing. So it's not going to be like in the middle of summer tea for her, but it's going to be great for like colder days, cold evenings, and spring and autumn time. It's going to be great for her. So yeah, I think it's a great t-shirt. I like the way it looks, and I'm so glad that I finally made it, because as I said, the yarn's been in my my stash since last year, I'm pretty sure. So that was finished object number 1 that I wanted to show you. Finished object number 2 was the one that I held up very awkwardly last time. I'm gonna see if I can do the best job again. Am I showing you? Yeah, I'm showing you the right way. I have a picture of me wearing this, which I think is gonna be easier. But this is the Strangle Me With Fashion top, and it's by Chiara Bono, or Crafty Chiara. I test knitted this one. I bought the yarn myself, but I test knitted this one, and I test knitted it in Hjertegarn's new Arezzo in the color 2122. Hjertegarn's new Arezzo is a linen, cotton, and this is something else. It's a linen and cotton fabric. I think there might be some bamboo in it. I don't remember, I'm sorry. I don't remember right now, I don't have it with me. Nonetheless, it feels really nice, and I'm ready to wear it for cool summer days, for especially for dressing up. I feel like this is awesome. And yeah, as I said, it was a test knit. I test knitted this size large. If I forgot already if I said that, but sorry. I test knit size large. She ended up having, I think, a 6-week long test period, and I think that was perfectly fine. And I think the pattern is cool and it's well written, and she's doing a lot to make it both accessible for a lot of sizes. I've been chatting a bit with her about it, and she's doing everything she can to make sure that a lot of sizes it will be available for a lot of sizes. But as a small designer, sometimes I tried it myself a few years back, when I when I had something test knitted of my own. It's a bit hard sometimes to find someone to test knit all of your sizes, but she's really good at trying, and I think that's the first thing and everything you need to know, because speaking for myself, I would love to get a pattern out, but I always feel so sorry somebody didn't feel included. But I could just feel back then it's really hard sometimes to reach out to everybody. So test knitting later on is also possibly adding the sizes. Everything can be done, and I think yeah, I think it's such a good pattern, and I like it. And I think it's so cool with the with the fun neckline here. I spent exactly 150 grams on this itself. I do have the swatch on the side, but I'm gonna go, and that was before I cut off all the ends, mind you. That was before I cut off everything I weaved in as well. So you could perhaps do it. I'm not. I could do it, but I didn't. But that doesn't mean, that depends on your knitting row gauge, knitting gauge. But there's a possibility for you to do it as well if you want to knit this absolutely awesome design. Yeah, as I said, so I'm gonna go out for that. This is 3 skeins, and look at, sorry, it just folds perfectly. It cinches so nice and everything. Oh yeah, it has a button closure in the back. I only got 2 buttons in mine. I misread, but I don't mind. I have the snap buttons put in. I just went to System and found some, and yeah. So 3 skeins of this new Arezzo, and that would be, I bought it with 20% off, That was just a sale at my yarn shop. So for this, I have extra yarn left, but the good part about at least the yarn shops where I've shopped at home here, well, if I got an entire skein left, I can go down and exchange it within 6 months. At least one of the places where, well, at least where I bought this, I have 6 months where I can exchange it, and I think that's great. So 3 skeins with 20% off. That is 76.8 Danish crowns, 10.29 euros, and 11.22 US dollars. Even if you add the 20%, I don't think this is expensive. This is a really nice yarn. It's Danish yarn, or Danish yarn brand at least. It's a really cool fabric it gives you, and I'm totally biased, I really love this. And it's just a lovely, lovely pattern and a lovely piece of knit you get out of it. So if you ask me, I can warmly recommend you knitting it. So yeah, that was number 2. And the last finished object FO I'm going to show you is my Mellow Tee. This one, the Strangle Me With Fashion top, has been blocked. The first one I showed you haven't, and this one haven't either. This one is a lot of fun for me to talk about because I love it. First of all, this is the Mellow Tee. Can you see it in all its glory? And the pattern's from Wieseknit, a Danish designer. I love so many of her patterns, but in the end, this one is actually the first one I've knitted for her. I tried knitting this one with this yarn last year. This yarn has absolutely no fluff. So if your stitches when you knit, if you can see through them, you can see through them when you wash it. It doesn't bloom, it doesn't do anything. That's just how it is. It's because this is linen and cotton, I'm pretty sure. So that's why it became the love letter top instead, and I love it. It's perfect for that. But I could not avoid doing this in a vibrant color anyway. So when I saw that Garn Lab had this absolutely gorgeous blue color called Oh Holy Night, I had to have it, and I decided to go on with her Lama base because she writes that it's great for summer knits and well. So I thought, you know what, that's going to be perfect. Because I kind of have the same basis as merino, where it's really well breathable, and yeah, as I said, it's not washed yet, not blocked. So I'm excited to see what the yarn does, and that's also why I still have a few ends, because though I have woven them in, I think I usually wait when I'm a bit in doubt. I usually wait to cut them all off until the end, just to be completely sure. And that's for me especially the bottom one, because I'm unsure if this one's long enough. I don't know if I just, for the love of my life, cannot measure things, or I just have a really long abdomen or top body. I might have that. It's just as short as, right now it's a bit longer than my love letter top, but it does have ribbon buttons, so I'm like, oh, is it going to be nice this? Maybe it should be a bit longer so I can put the ribbing in tuck it in my pants. I don't know, but I also don't know how much it's going to grow. So that's why. But I had fun time with this one, because when I knitted it, you start at the back, then you do each shoulder, and then you connect. The only thing is, there's time where you need to knit back and forth for a certain amount of rows. Apparently I forgot knitting back and forth on one side, so I had a completely, like, this neck. And I unfortunately did not see this until I've actually knitted the entire body. So yeah, I knitted the entire body, not knowing that I completely misknitted one one side of here. That sucks. I was so close to just ignoring it and just knitting on, but I also knew it was going to be so sad because I realized it actually ended up pulling on the body, so the bottom wouldn't have been straight, and I would have hated that. So I did some knitting surgery. You can, as it's not blocked, I hope it's gonna disappear. You might be able to see it here. Right here there's a little line. That little line is my knitting surgery. So I went in, put my needles in on two sides, on two rows, and I cut it open. I put the needles in where I believe the rows were supposed to go, cut it open, separated, knitted the rows that I was missing, and then I stitched it back together again very nicely. I don't know what the stitch is called. I don't know if it's mattress stitch, I'm not sure. I stitched it so it looked like it's knit. It's a knit row. And yeah, and voila! It looks great. And yes, as I said, you can kind of feel, I don't know if you can, here. I think you can see it now, right? It's this one right here. So yeah, you can see that. But I hope it's gonna change when it's when it's been blocked. Otherwise, I still have the threads somewhere in here. I think they are. Did I actually cut it off? I know where they are. I can see them. I can find the ends, so I can pull a bit on, tighten it or loosen it as needed. So yeah, that was an adventure and took a bit of my brain capacity. But in the end, I knew exactly what to do, and it was actually all right. It was just, I think I just realized I would much rather cut in my knitting and do that than I would rip back, and so I didn't. I didn't rip back. I just cut it open, and I would just always say, just do your best to do it. If first of all, just do it. It's gonna be perfectly fine. And otherwise, just make sure you have something in your stitches so that they don't run away from you. But if you lose a row, you can always knit it back. That's, yeah. As my mum always tells me, you don't know, you haven't tried it, so you don't even know if it's hard. It probably isn't. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I just need to, you know, do a wash day for both of my knits. That need that, but otherwise I am so happy. About the pattern in itself, that was my mistake. That's just me who's an idiot. But I really like the pattern. I think it's a lovely pattern. I have one thing I think it's odd, and that is that for the sleeves you are told exactly how to pick up, in how many rows, stitches, whatever you call it, you're supposed to pick up in, and at what rate. But at the neckline, it's a pickup that could be for example, you should pick up, not pick up in each row or in each third, pick up 3, then skip 1. And that is odd for me due to the fact that I believe we knit after rows in the neckline. It's like knit 4 rows, then do this. For 6 rows, then do this for some other rows. So we know exactly how many around there should be. I think I ended up with the right amount, but I think I didn't follow what she said as an example. That's like my only note for this. Otherwise, I really like it. I love the way the sleeves are, and I love the fact that they are wider at the top here than they are at the bottom, and I'm so excited to wear it. Depending on how slow I am for getting this out, and how slow I am about getting these washed and dried, and the drying part is depending on the weather, mainly. There might be a picture of it like finished in here. And if not, I hope you like the fact that I just wore it and showed it to you, and then you can see it on in another episode probably. But yeah, this is the last finished object I wanted to share today. I just quickly want to go through the amounts of yarn that I used. I was absolutely sure that I was going to need 3 skeins, or at least rip into the 3rd skein. I have not. At the same time, I don't know if that is because I don't know how to measure and it's actually too short, or if I just don't know how to calculate when not using the yarn that's meant to be used. But so that would be just around 2 skeins of yarn, because each ball is 100 grams, I'm pretty sure. And that will come out to 360 Danish crowns, 48.25 euros, and 52.59 US dollars. It is hand dyed yarn, so I think it's fair. I do have an entire skein left and some more, so I might just do like a simple strappy top or something, maybe some lacy work, because I already wound it up. I think this might be 50 grams. Is it 50? 100 grams, yeah. It's a 100 gram ball. I have a 100 gram ball left and a little bit, and I think on that one was on a 4mm mate basically, so if I do like a 4mm top, I think I would be fine. Yeah, let's see if I can get down to my works in progress over here. I want to start with the thing that I've been knitting on for the longest. And if you remember my yellow top that I called a cable top, I knitted it in Garn Labs yarn as well, just a yellow merino. This is the t-shirt version of that. I'm calling it my cable tee. And as you can see, it has these tiny cable in the rip. It's a ripping with cables, so it could be a ripped cable tee as well. Yeah, I hope to someday be able to make this into patterns, but right now it's just for me for fun, but let's hope if you like it. So yeah, I'm doing it as a drop shoulder kind of thing. It's gonna be a bit, can you see, it's gonna be a bit tight fitting. I don't mind. So this is, as I said, this is self-draft, a bombshell Knapman design, whatever you call it. I remember to take a skein with me out that it's knitted in, and it is knitted in this Lana cotton 212, which is 50% cotton, 50% superwash merino. Extra fine. I like it. I knitted a t-shirt in before last year. I really like it, and I thought, you know what, it's going to be perfect for another tee for this year. It's the color 2060. As far as I know, Hjertegarn does not have color names necessarily, but I also saw somewhere that I've written down that this one was called red. It is red. So, but yeah, as I said, it's a self-draft, so I can't tell you about a pattern because I have no pattern. I'm just doing what I want to do, which is also why I actually could have been a lot further. But before my neck, I want a round neck like this, but I forgot that I could go straight down and do a little tiny strap. So I was struggling to breathe, say it nicely, when I made it the first time, so I had to rip the front out and redo it. But I'm really glad with the neckline now, and now I'm just working on the body. I'm considering when I run out of yarn from this ball, I'm going to start on the sleeves or the neckline, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, currently I'm not knitting this so much on it. As I said, I've been very tired lately, and I feel like this, I need to follow along to make sure because I'm cabling on 2 different rows or rounds. On one round I cable some of the cables, and on a few rounds later I cable the other ones. So it's always, I feel like I need some brain space to do that. So yeah, that was my first bit. The second one I'm currently working on is some socks for my cousin, and it's in this. Look at this. It's in this. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. That's important for me to say, because what I'm gonna say next isn't gonna sound like I mean that. I mean it. I love this. It's such a gorgeous color mix and everything. It's from A Knitter's World, and it's Unik 10. It's a merino nylon sock yarn, and I'm using the pattern called Summer Girl Socks from Sari Nordlund, and it's gonna have a little frill here on the top, and I'm so excited for that. I won this yarn, I believe last year, from another sweet Danish YouTuber called Lommen Full of Uld. And I won it, and I was so happy about it, and I love it because it's purpley as well. I'm not the biggest Pink fan. Yeah, I like Pink, the singer, but not Pink, the color. It's not really my color. I do have, weirdly enough, she's the only Instagrammer slash YouTuber I've won things from. I won things twice from her. Because I actually won another pink yarn. And that one I did turn into a pink tank top for myself, and I love it. It's pretty, but I just realized, even though this was going to be socks, I would just prefer if they went to somebody who would be much more happy about them. So I asked my cousin if she liked the color, showed her the skein that I got, and she loved it. And I thought, you know what? You can have it. And she's been busy doing her masters, so we ended up deciding I was going to knit her a pair of socks, as I am doing, and I think they're going to be so cool. I really do. I think they're going to be so cute with the little frill as well. So I'm knitting her a pair of socks in this beautiful yarn from A Knitter's World. I think it's nice that it's going to go to somebody who's going to enjoy the yarn and the colorway a bit more than me. Yeah, I think that's why when I buy, if you actually see what I buy myself, of hand dyed yarn, I usually buy mostly solid colors, but I also usually buy colors with a lot more like blue, it would be orange, but I usually actually avoid pink and purple. It's just not really my colors. I feel like I like them. I think they're beautiful, just not on me. So yeah, that's this is for my cousin, and I hope she likes them. I'm not that far away from being able to start the toe. It's got a reinforced heel, and on these, I actually did that on the Mellow Tee as well. I practiced knitting the wrong way. For me, that would be still knitting a knit stitch, but I'm right-handed, so I usually knit from right to left. Right? I take stitches from the left to the right, that way, you know. But I thought, you know what? I want to challenge myself a little bit, and I got encouraged by one of my TikTok friends, Jenny Fish Knits, to do it. So I've been practicing that. It's been a while since I don't have anything flat to knit on at the moment, but I do, but that's coming up. So yeah, second thing, I do have something flat to knit on now, because then because the next part, the next and third and last whatever width I'm going to show you isn't that much. It's going to be knit flat for a while, actually the entire thing. This is a cable. You can see this is my third width, and this is going to be for a shoulder panel. I think it's done now. I'm going to knit one more, and then I can start on the back and on the fronts. And there I can knit flat, so I can try and knit both from left to right and from right to left accordingly. And I'm excited about that. So this is going to be, you have seen it before, I think. I have a yellow one, but a cable cardigan in this. It's the Drops Alpaca 100% recycled denim, or recycled denim and 100% cotton. Sorry, I don't know if it's 100% recycled, but I assume it is. I'm excited. We can take this straight into the next one, to a bit of my acquisitions, because I'm not going to show you because I have a lot, and it's underneath where I am, but this is one of them. I got is there 4 colors? 3 or 4 colors of this. my sweet mother-in-law has a lot of yarn that she does not use. She does knit, but she just realized that she had too much and asked if I would like to take anything in. So I've been slowly getting a few things once in a while, and one of the things I got was, I think I actually got 15 of each colour, all of the colours, and I decided this one, this beautiful blue, is going to be absolutely gorgeous for a cardigan. She also got me some, I don't have that here, some cotton yarn, just some regular, I thought I had, but I got some cotton yarn. Sorry, I got some regular cotton yarn from her as well, lots of different colours and everything. And I was trying to knit a hat for my mum in those colours, but I ended up using some of my mum's leftover yarn instead of her, some of her cotton yarn she had in her stash. I didn't knit, I crocheted. I don't have it to show you, that's why I haven't had it in regular, and that's why I'm only mentioning it like superficial. If you want to see it, let me know and I will gladly bring it to show you. I actually did crochet one matching for the cat. I have a picture of that. It's because my mom doesn't, I don't want to force her to be in this. So I have a picture of the cat. I'm sure he want to join this. I have a picture of the cat in the hat that matches my mother's hat. It's a bucket hat. I just thought they needed a match. It was fun. So yeah, so that's been my acquisitions. I did buy some yarn as well. I think I'm going to show it to you when I have a project, but there was a sale. There was a sale. I had a gift card that like matched perfectly, so I bought a lot of yarn, and I'm planning on spending it. I'm planning on using it for a shoulder cardigan with some color work in it. And I think I'm gonna figure out something by some color work I'm gonna think of, but know that's coming. Yeah, so yeah, there's a view here and there, but I want to show it to you when it comes in instead. I think it's more fun. Also because I don't want this to take forever. But basically as well, that's basically because I'm done now. I've showed you everything I feel like showing you at the moment. I've shown you everything I'm working on right now of knitting. I don't have anything crocheted at the moment. I'm not starting spinning yet. I'm really hoping to do it soon. As I said, I've been needing to get my energy back, and that includes my creative energy. And I hope to in the future also show you some other fun stuff, some other creative knickknacks that I work on. But until then, it's just gonna be knitting. And yeah, for a life update, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna talk to you soon. I think I'm gonna do a little knit and chat where I'm gonna chat a bit about my life situation, what's going on at the moment, and if you're interested and if you have any questions, we can do it a mini Q&A if you want to do that. Whether it be questions about me, questions about my knitting, my preference in knitting, everything, whatever. Write a comment, write a question here. You can send me a message on Instagram or on TikTok. You can find me there if you find me there. And I'm gonna see if I can do a post both on Instagram and on TikTok where I'm gonna get you to write your questions as well. I'm gonna do I think I'm just gonna do a story on Instagram one of the days. Yeah, so I think that I'm gonna say that's that for this time. Thank you so much for watching along. If you made it all this way, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you perhaps got some inspiration or something else. If you have any questions as well, just for what I talked about, shoot me a comment. I'm gonna do my best to write everything out on the screen. I hope I had done that, and I'm gonna link to at least as many of the creators and the patterns that I've mentioned downstairs, so to say. If you want me to I don't know, sometimes I don't know if you want like the yarn. I usually have a link for if it's yarn dyers because they're special. I think I usually don't link to Drops yarn. If you want it, let me know. But yeah, thank you. if you want to follow along on what I otherwise do, I am trying to regain a bit of my energy, that meaning that I probably am going to be more online as again. You can follow along and see if I do anything on Instagram and on TikTok. I usually write both of them down here, and there I post videos and stories and just pictures and talk a bit about my knitting or sometimes a bit about my life. Yeah, thank you for following along, and I hope you all stay safe. Bye!